Hello friends, let's look at how I have created a client and server program using file system. And these are two terminals which represents one server and one client. And these two server and client interact with the file, a binary file connection here, which is present in the F folder. So before we look at the programming part, let's try to look at how output is, and then we understand the coding part. So here in the client terminal, it is prompting to enter a message. Let's try to send a message to our server. So I have entered the message, and the same is given in this server terminal. So server client 1 is sending the message hey. So we will reply them with hello. So then we will go into the client part, and we can see the server has replied him hello. So this is how the exchange of messages is done between these two terminals using the file, and this is implemented using a binary file. And let's quickly look at the programming part. So this is the header file for both client and server actually. So both client and server has a similar header file. So I have written a single header file which is shared among both. And so we have various modes and hash defines here for the sake of simplicity and easy understandability of code. And this is the file location where the file connection is done, and this is the message structure, and message structure is similar in both client and server. So let's see how this is implemented. Now the basic idea here is the message is read only when the message count is changed. So here we have a previous count where we get the message initial message count. So if I send a message, and if I send a message, the message count increments, then only the client understands or triggers a function that he should read the message. So here we can see that the previous count is taken, and the position, the get mode will represents who in what mode the file is right now, whether we can read the file or we can write into the file. So until someone has written into the file, we cannot read it. So after we are checking that here. So after that, here, as this is the server program, so first we will read and then we will write. So when we go to the read function, so here is the read function. So the read function, it reads the message number. So until it is not equal to the message number, it loops into it loops infinitely. So once the message count is differing from the previous number, it jumps into the if program, it reads the appropriate message, and it is easy to find the way the message is created because we know the message count and the message size. So we can do our simple calculation, understanding a simple math. We will multiply integer the count with the size. So after that we will get the size of the after getting the initial position of the location, we will read the location, we will write into the file, and we will update the message previous number. And after read we will be doing the write operation, hence we will get the mode of the file. So if we can write into the file only when it is if it is in the write mode. So unless it is not in the write mode, we will loop infinitely. So if it is in the write mode, we will prompt the user asking for the message. So after getting the message, we will get the message type. So if the type is disconnect, we will just terminate the two messages. So that is the checking here message type, and we will write the message into the file and set the mode to can read. And this point the server can read the message and write the message accordingly. So both server and messages have similar structure of messages, so I wouldn't be wasting time in explaining how the client is working as well. So this is how I have implemented server and client program communication using a file. And thank you.